twins are not the only youngsters to grow up in Malaysia looking identical. The new oil palms on one of Unilever's plantations are identical too. They're the same height, the same shape, have the same leaf formation. But in one very important respect, they are very different from the older oil palms on the estate, and from the twins. They are test tube trees cloned from a single piece of tissue cut from a parent plant that was as near perfect as scientists could find. Colworth House in England is one of Unilever's most important research laboratories. Dr. Tony James is one of the Unilever scientists at Colworth who spend almost a decade on research into tissue culture.
You're accustomed to seeing plants grow in soil, either in the house or in the garden. But research over the last 20 years has shown that it's possible to take small pieces from a plant, sterilize them to remove any contaminant microorganisms, and put them in either a liquid medium or in a jelly-like medium containing nutrients. When you do so, all the plant pieces start multiplying, their cells begin to divide, and you get an intense multiplication of the amount of tissue from the plant. If you're cleverer still, you can change the medium and cause the production from each of these clumps of cells you've produced a little plant. And the point about this plant is that each one of them, from these large numbers you produce, is genetically quite identical to the parent plant. So this represents a totally new way of multiplying plants which are all indistinguishable in their properties from the parent. Now what we have done is to apply this technique to the oil palm.
After about 18 months in Colworth, these clones were transferred to a nursery on the plantation. These good-looking trees are from one of the early trials. In 1975, they were in test tubes in England. In 1978, they were planted here in Malaysia. Now they have quite literally borne fruit. When trees grow much higher than this, and they do, the harvester will have difficulty in reaping his crop. By selecting a parent with a short trunk, the clones can be kept in productive life longer. But the chief advantage is output of palm oil, the orange liquid used in margarine, soaps, cooking oil, and other products. Output will be up at least 1/3 from the clones of the best palms.
This is a useful stage to summarize the whole procedure. What we have developed, and we are the first in the world to develop, is this new methodology of multiplying up the selected oil palms that we require for the future. We are able now to select from individual trees for any particular quality we wish, which can range from resistance to disease, higher yield, different composition of oil, different color of the oil, response to fertilizer, and so on. And each of these trees we can multiply up into the many millions. The coconut palm, which will be our second objective, already we are halfway down the track on this, will carry out precisely the same process of giving both increased yields of food and chemical raw materials.
Higher output from Unilever's plantations, increasing the competitiveness of tropical raw materials, grown where once there was only jungle, will benefit everyone. Cloned oil palms will soon be grown commercially, giving those countries where they grow one of man's most cherished aims, a renewable resource.